Can ticker fly all the way upwards of the $50 levels by the end of this week? Or is this a ticker which is glory days are numbered? You should be locking your profits and walking away from. What's up, trend friends? Today, we're discussing FLYE under 3 different lenses. The why, the what, the where. The why we're going to be doing chaos breakdown. The what we're going to do some stock analysis. The where. Telling you guys where to get in and where to get out. So without further ado, hit the thumbs up button and now let's get to work. So as always, the first thing we want to analyze is going to be the why, because in order to predict the sustainability of a given move, we first need to understand why is the ticker moving to begin with, right? Is this a ticker which is running based off of any sort of fundamental news that is going to help the company, or is it just a bunch of hope and hype? It's going to be here today, gone tomorrow. Well, in the case of Flye, my friends, this ticker is running literally based off of no news, okay? It's gapped up from $4 to the highs of $20 on no news. There's no news at all. There's literally no news, okay? There's no news. So with that said, we're going to go over here and we're going to rank the news as okay. All right. I mean, it really should be bad because there's no news, right? There's no news and the stock is already up 190%. Therefore, it's bad news. Okay. Now, the next thing we want to look at is going to be doing the stock analysis. Now, when we're doing stock analysis, this is where a lot of traders zig when they should zag, right? And they start doing company analysis. They start going, Sam, well, the company's doing this and the company's got operational this and that. No. What you need to be doing is stock analysis. What does stock analysis come down to? Stock analysis is simple. Supply and demand. Supply and demand, supply and demand, supply and demand. That's it. Okay. So first things first. How much supply does this ticker have? Well, let's take a look. Well, when it comes to the supply, it's a ticker which only has a free float of 1.4 million shares, putting its market cap right now after it's already ran like crazy at like 20 million bucks. So it's a very volatile ticker. It's extremely volatile. So we're going to go over here and we're going to put its volatility as amazing. Now, let's talk about what the big money's doing, right? What are the institutions doing? Are the institutions interested in this stock or not, right? Who owns this supply, right? Let's figure it out. Well, when it comes to the institutional ownership, see at 1.3%, that's not good at all, okay? So we're going to go over here with bad money, with bad institutional ownership again. It's not the worst thing in the world, but you really want to have a company, you want to trade a company that does have backing from big money rather than just, what you're dealing with over here, which is freaking pennies, right? That's really what it is, right? So let's get into it. Now, when it comes to the next thing which we want to analyze is going to be, okay, well, you know what? It's got a limited supply, but what are the odds that the company is going to go ahead and add to this supply? Now, there are two ways where this supply can be meddled with, right? The number one way is a new offering. How does a new offering work? A new offering works when the company goes ahead and sells shares to investors at a discounted price to what the stock is trading at right now, okay? That's the number one. That's an offering. Now, what if they have previously already sold shares to investors at a discounted price and those shares have yet not been added into the markets yet? Well, that's the second way of dilution. So the first things first, we will need to analyze what are the odds that the company is going to go get into the purchase agreement right now to sell shares right now, right? What is the number one telltale sign of this? If the company is financially distressed. So based off of their most recent SC filing numbers, the company right now is 4.2 million. They're burning 5.28 million every single quarter, leaving them with 2.4 months of cash. So they really don't have that much money. Okay, they really don't have that much money when it comes to their finances either, right? They have less than a quarter of cash left. So we're gonna go over here. We're gonna put their finances as terrible as well. Less than a quarter is terrible. Now, what are the shorts doing? Let's take a look at when it comes to the shorts. What are the shorts doing when it comes to Flye? Are they flying away or are they adding to their position? Well, today they increased their position by 30%, and the past 7 days they closed 15%. So the short just dropped the past 7 days by 15%, but today an increase back upwards of 28%. So remember this, right? When shorts add to their position, this is not a good look. This is not a good look. I understand that how some may say, Sam, it could add short squeeze, short squeeze, short squeeze, that. But at the end of the day, what you need to understand is that, when it comes to shorting, right, shorts do have the upper hand from a experience perspective. And I always tell people this. I say, shorts are a lot smarter than, on average, are a lot smarter than an experience than the longs are. Now, why do I say that? Is it because I love shorting? No, that's not why. It's because I understand that in order to get to a level that you're willing to short, you're not a beginner trader, right? You need to go out and invest a lot of times into finding the right trading platform. Maybe having a margin account, having enough money to have a margin account, or not having $25,000. You can't trade out of a cash account, but you can just buy stocks out of a cash account. And you could just log into any beginner trading platform and you can short anything, right? Or you can buy anything, but you can't short anything. Therefore, the people that are shorting are usually more experienced, all right? And that's it, right? So with that said, we don't want the shorts doubling down on their positions. We want them to also agree with us that, you know what, man, this stock is a little bit too cheap. Let's close our positions. Like that's what happened last week, right? That's where the short just dropped by 15%. But today it's back up again by 30%. So that's not a good look at all. So we're going to go over here. We're going to put the short interest. That's not short interest. We're going to put the short interest as bad. Now, So we came up with the cash, right? The cash was bad. So we talked about the first level of, dilution, which was offering. Now let's talk about the second level, which is going to be from the dilution that they have had before, from the offerings that they have had before, how much overhead supply does the company have right now? Well, when we take a look over here, look at this. The overhead supply is very low. This is an amazing sign. This is extremely bullish. This means that there aren't warrant holders ready to dig their nails in and dilute the stock right now as we're looking at it. So this is very bullish. I like this a lot. We're going to go over here. We're going to put the odds of dilution at just bad, meaning that the company can come out with an offering, right? But there is no overhead supply right now that could lead to dilution. Okay, now let's talk about the charts. When it comes to the charts, these are the ugliest charts I've ever seen. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you guys. Massive pump, massive dump, and this is what happens, right? So I wouldn't hold this ticker in the after hours. What I would do is I would maybe play the dip all the way down to $10 to something like $12 or $12.30. Those are the levels that I would be interested, or play the break above $21. That would also be a pretty good level to play. Now this is a ticker. When we take a look over here, right? Look, it did just have a reverse split a couple of weeks ago, right? And this is what we've been seeing more and more now, where companies that have had reverse splits, they've had their float kind of compressed together, and they're a lot more volatile now. They've become a lot more lower float. They're ready to explode. So this is kind of what we saw when it came to SMX. Like if you take a look at SMX, and you guys know how I felt about freaking SMX, right? I was telling you guys, listen, stay away, da da da, right? And it went from 63 down to freaking $38 today, right? So when it comes to Flye, I think that this is a similar situation where it does have this resistance level also at 22. So I'm honestly not super interested unless we clear this whole freaking $22 levels. Then I'll play maybe 22 to 25. That's another level that I want to play. But right now, I'm not a big fan. I would rather wait for it to dip all the way back down to potentially this $10 levels, right? $10, $11 levels ish. And then I'll play for a rebound all the way upwards of 12 to 13 bucks. Those are the levels that I would want to be interested. I would be interested in playing. Again, remember, I am a very conservative trader, right? And I think that one of my mantras when it comes to trading has always been not making money is not losing money, but not losing money is just as good as making money, right? So I don't feel the need to go ahead and squeeze every single penny out of these super volatile tickers. However, I do day trade them. I trade them throughout the day. Like this move to the upside, like we had a lot of people from this move to the upside, they made a lot of money in our community, right? But the reality is that I'm not going to go ahead and hold this ticker overnight in any sense, right? It's just, it doesn't make sense to me. It turns into pure freaking speculation, pure gambling, because overnight anything can occur, and the company can come up with a filing anytime, considering their low cash holdings as well, right? So that's my take, guys. If you guys enjoyed this video, hit the thumbs up button, and listen, if you didn't enjoy this video, I'm sorry, okay? Again, it's just my opinion. At the end of the day, is what I think. Right now, listen, if you guys are interested in trading alongside me every single day, check out our community. Right now, we're having the biggest sale we've ever had. Give me a second. Let me explain to you. Let me show you what it looks like. Let me show you why we have over 400 plus members coming back month after month, okay? So we give you day trade alerts, swing alerts, option alerts, lessons, one-on-one access, dividend stocks, crypto alerts, everything. You name it, we got it. And our alerts are so freaking detailed. We give it a ticker, we give it an entry, we give it an exit price, we give it a stop loss. We also tell you how many shares to buy in your portfolio. How do we do so? We use a $10,000 account as a benchmark. So we say 10 shares in a 10K account. So let's say you have a 30K account, you buy 3 times this amount. Simple and easy. Let's take a look at SOUX. We said buy it at 17. SOUX. It's at $19 right now. If you look at over here, it's at $18.95 right now. So doing very well, right? You take a look at CMCT. We said buy CMCT at $250. CMCT is at, today it peaked at $4.80. Look at this. CMCT by 280 to 260. Stop loss below 255. This is literally last week. Beauty. Look at that, right? So we've been crushing. Again, there's a reason why people are coming back, man. It's because they're making money, right? Literally, we're the only community that offers a 2 weeks free trial and a 30 days money back guarantee as well. Nobody else is doing that. Some people offer a free trial. Yes, that's true. But nobody's also doing a 30 days money back guarantee, because they hope that you just forget that you signed up and your money goes through, your payment goes through, and they're like, gotcha. But that's not how we operate. We want you to join. We want you to make money and then come back and pay us. That's really what our strategy is, okay? Jim B. Goose says 5 days into the 14-day trial, and the Discord cost is already paid for. I've only been trading the swing alerts, or else it would be a lot more if I had the time to also day trade. Thanks, Sam, an amazing team you put together. Been in a few servers in my life. The rest don't even fucking compare. Not just the trade quality, but the mentors actually care about you making money. Stop stacking and try to free trial. At least I could say after all the bread I made here. I appreciate you, bro. Literally today, QTTB, we crushed it on that. Madge, literally new member, says thanks Bullpick for a great first day. Bullpick is another mentor in our community. He does a lot of day trading, right? Momentum trading in our community, and we've been absolutely crushing him, man. I'm telling you, I joined after getting burned in Moon Market Discord from a pump and dump about 5 months ago. Easily best decision I ever made. Keep working hard, Sam. This is literally like last week or a week and a half ago. And then we've been crushing it, man. God bless. Lily says this community changed my life. The few thousand I made here this month did not, but getting out of my losing streak on what felt like a damn gambling habit did. Like Sam says, trade the best, leave the rest, and that's exactly what this community has been. Only quality trades, thanks to ProJS, Bigglebees, and Boop. Beautiful. Anyways, give it a shot. I look forward to meeting you guys in Top Tree Academy. Thank you for watching. Your boy Sam.